what we're looking for too is when we're hitting shots like this around the greens, you know, a lot of the times you'll hit it fat into the bunker or blade it over the green. The way you save shots is giving yourself a putt. If you can't give yourself a putt, you know, it's very difficult to make pars, and then you're looking at bogeys and double bogeys, and that's what we're trying to avoid with these sort of shots, is giving ourselves, you know, a 10-footer, a 15-footer, even a 20-footer is better than chipping it into the bunker. That was good there. Very good. What club you got there? 15 wood? Okay. Good.
If I could do that every time. No, seriously, that's a huge help.
And you're giving yourself a pretty bad lie there, so that's good. That's good practice for the bad lies. Good. And another thing too you can do is, you know, open the club face just a little bit more. Try that again. And that'll actually, because when you come down to the ball in thick rough, the rough is going to try and grab this hosel down here, and it's going to want to spin that club over and close it. So you can always allow for a little bit of an open club face, and that'll help you get square when you get to the ball as well. And that will also do that. It'll pop the ball up in the air a little bit more for you.
That's great.
That's one thing I want you to definitely experiment with is when you're practicing, try opening the face a little bit. Try you know, try some different shots around the greens. You know, throw a couple balls around. You know, do things you wouldn't normally do. You know, open the face wide and try swinging a couple and just see what happens. You know.
Now, on average, do most amateurs have it too closed rather than too open?
I would say the typical amateur probably hits a lot of shots, especially pitch shots, maybe more thin, maybe fat, you know, something like that. You know, that's probably the typical miss for an amateur. You know, they either try to swing too hard or, you know, try to overcompensate and hit a big flop shot and they get way under it, and you see them hit it, you know, 5 feet in front of them.
I've done that many times.
Does anybody have any questions?
No,
How you doing over here? Good?
pretty good.
Good?
Just trying to give myself bad lies.
Good. It's a good way to practice. Very good. Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for.
So, Sean, what happens when the nerves creep in? You know, is there a tendency?
That's when you rely on these fundamentals. When you're nervous, you just say, okay, I remember Sean telling me to just have everything centered and have everything fluid, and then just get into the shot and not even think about it and go, and you'll have it.
I like that. But I wondered if it was kind of like a choke.
Yeah, I mean,
Like choke
everybody gets
reaction,
nervous.
right?
Everybody gets nervous on the course. Sometimes they want to hit that perfect chip, and you know that's just what happens. It ends up not being a perfect chip because they let the head get in the way of the basic fundamentals. And you can always get a little closer to it too. Don't be afraid to. There you go. And then choke up. Yep. A little thin, but you can play that. You can play that though. How we doing down here?
Good.
One on the balls. Beautiful there. Oh, that's great. Got a great motion going there. All right, so nobody has any questions?
You explained it so good to start with. You've got it.
What you know when Jason Day, he gets that look on his face, you know, where he goes like this and he's like in the zone.
Mhm.
What's he doing?
Well, Jason Day it's a great example of somebody who has a very good pre-shot routine. I don't know if you ever notice, he stands behind the ball and he actually shuts his eyes before every shot, and he tries to visualize that shot with his eyes closed before he hits it. And when he's ready to go, you'll see him open his eyes, he'll get right into the ball, he'll look down his target line, he'll get set up, and then he'll go. And that's something he does every time that I think is very important. Pre-shot routine is very important. Try to do the same thing every time, then it gets repetitive. You know, don't go up to one shot, you know, get ready, get set, and then just hit it, and then your next shot, you're making 3 or 4 practice swings before the shot. You're getting out of your normal routine. So if you have a preference, you know, if you like to hit one practice swing, you know, make one practice swing and do that every time. You know, don't change that. That's a great question, and that's a great thing to have in your game as well. You know, 3-shot routine is very important. Okay,
Thank you.
so that'll do it for this part.
All right.
Thank you, Sean.
All right.
Thank you.